mean, I love those ladies, and I know that those ladies all love each other. I know that each one of them is looking at the film, and maybe we're planting a seed. Maybe we're helping to build a bridge. Maybe we are a catalyst. Maybe we can be some form of inspiration that is the dream of all Supreme fans all over the world. I think that we're not alone in wanting to see the ladies together. Seeing them together in this picture is amazing. It's an amazing film, and I just hope that everyone who sees it enjoys it. I hope that everyone who sees it can appreciate the noble efforts and the noble energy and the spirituality that we are being fueled by, you know, to be the creative force to bring it all together. And yeah, so I'm just thrilled to be a part of the production. I feel very much akin to Cindy Birdsong, and I hope that she appreciates what I've brought to the role.
And then I got to be involved with the press conference and got to like interact with the people playing the Supremes. So it was fun to kind of be in that kind of fictional historical moment.
Auditioned for this film a year actually before it was cast originally, and I thought that they were going to use somebody else or it wasn't going to get done. And lo and behold, one day I was checking my email and I saw, Sura Khan saying that, now I'm ready to do the project, yada, yada, yada. And so he asked me if I was interested in reading for either Diana Ross or Mary Wilson. I was like, yes, Diana Ross, I get to put Diana Ross, or audition for her anyway. So I said, okay, yeah, I'll come. And so I had in my mind the idea of wanting to play Diana Ross. So I prepared. I listened to all of the Supremes music. I did my hair like they do their hair back in the 60s. I flipped it. What else? I made sure that I had on the type of clothes that I thought they wore back in the 60s. So I went all out. And the interesting thing about it was that when I came to the audition, I thought I did a really good job of Diana Ross, and then Sura Khan said to me, I want you to audition for Mary Wilson. I was like, okay, cool. So I hung around, and then I came back in, and it's so funny how God works, because I think that God wanted me to play Mary Wilson, because when I went to read Mary Wilson with Ro, the woman who plays Cindy, I just felt Mary Wilson's vibration or spirit or whatever you want to call it, energy, let's call it energy. I just felt it. I just felt her, when I was reading. And after I left out of that audition, I said, if I get into this film, I'm going to play Mary Wilson. I felt it. It was like this connection that I felt to her, energy. Absolutely, it's been a godsend to me. It was a rough year. I've had a really, really tough year because I worked on a couple other projects and I had some things with my health going on, but it's been a blessing, and I think that it was from God, and I always try to look towards that for everything that I do. So I think it was a godsend. Oh, he was great. He was great. He's so calm, but he knows what he wants as a director. And that's what I like. I like that he tells you what to do, and he, it's just a gift to be able to work with someone who's just so easygoing, and he knows everything about the Supremes. Working with Ro and Kim, the two of them, the three of us together, it was like a bond. It's like this sisterly bond that we had that, we just connected, and, throughout the whole making of the film, we didn't have any conflict, which is so important, when you're working with people. So the whole thing was magic to me, and I enjoyed the entire process. Yeah.
I would say probably in a lot of ways they gotta think after all this time, the decades doing what they do, that they have a sense of how important they are to just American pop culture in general. I don't know, hopefully that they know what their music means and what they represent to music lovers, and that they're able to, I don't know, be inspired by the project and feel very positive by it, in the name of love. I definitely feel that this was a labor of love for all involved, and hopefully that feeling, just that energy is what touches people who see it.
I'm happy to be part of this, and I hope the audience likes it, and let's hope for the best.
We were on break, I guess it was. We were taking a break from filming, and Dorian had a dream about Diana Ross. And she wanted to know who was playing her mama.
100 years from now, 50, 100 years, 200 years from now, people are going to remember the Supremes for what they accomplished. All the things that they did on the road, and all the things that they did for especially up-and-coming black performers, black writers, black musicians. They accomplished all of that in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s and the 80s and so forth. So they should, when you look at what they've done, it outweighs any of the tiny little differences that they had between them. And, I hope this film addresses that and puts out that message, that they're bigger than those tiny little things.
Wow, I'm so impressed. He's so bright. He knows exactly what he wants. And he has this calm way of directing you. He's stirring in his way, but it's still a calm sternness. You don't feel, even if his tone is a little hard, you don't feel bad. You feel like you want to help make his vision come true. You see that he's very passionate about it. And the one thing that I love most is that he knows the Supreme story inside out. He knows every move, every nook, every cranny, So it just motivates you. You want to, be perfect because, he's not half-stepping in telling the story, so you don't want to half-step in portraying the character. I think he's just one of them, like a lookout world.
I don't want it to end. I don't want it to end, but of course, like anything else, every project, there is an ending. But the great part about this is that the ending is actually going to be a new beginning for all of us. A new beginning for the world, a new beginning for the next generation.
Well, I was always a fan of Diana. I grew up with Diana Ross, watching the Supremes and all. I was always a fan. We used to always mimic her growing up and pretend to be. So when I got called for the audition, I'm like, oh, dear, can I do this? So I went and I said, well, yeah, I've been doing Diana Ross, playing Diana Ross for years as a kid. So I got the part. Oh, it was great. We had big fun, met great people, and it was really, a lot of fun working with Sura Khan. Sura Khan is great. It was very easy to work with, yeah. We had a lot of time to prepare for our roles, and basically we did a lot of preparation for the characters before we actually started filming. So when we actually did it, it wasn't like we were working at all. It was just very natural. Hey, why not do it, ladies? I think there's a market for it. Go for it.
I feel very lucky to be part of this project. It's the first time I've done something where I get to play someone who's very influential before and now. So I felt very lucky. Well, knowing that I was going to play Diana Ross, I wanted it to be very good. So once I got the script, I had to rehearse it over and over again and kind of study it and see what kind of emotions I would be able to make while it was recording. It was a scene where I had to dress up as Diana Ross in her school outfit. And I had to make up my hair and put like a hairpiece in it to make it longer. So I had to dress in like the old school clothes and the books in my hand and the old hairdo. I hope they enjoy this film because it's very unique because it shows her younger years. So I just really hope they enjoy it.